Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. For those who are new here, I'm Sierra here at the Robinson home. I'm currently 31 weeks pregnant, so I'm very late on the second trimester update, but I wanted to do it. I did it with my last daughter, Greta, and I didn't do it with my first. We have two girls. May is 3 and Greta is 1, and we have a third girl on the way due in March, and so we're really excited, and I want to be doing more updated videos. So I'm going to film this second trimester update from weeks 14, or yeah, because I think the first trimester when I went up to week 14, but for the second trimester update, I think I'm going to start with week 14 all the way to week 27. So it's going to be a lot. Not too much happened with the second trimester. I feel like it's like the most even, easy trimester of the 3. And so we'll talk about that, and then I'll do like 28 through 31, and then I want to start doing weekly updates starting with week 32. And so yeah, let's just get started. With week 14, I think that we had learned that the baby, we have a name picked out already actually, but I'm not gonna tell it, that will be a secret. We had found, I'm looking at my phone. Like I've said, I use the Ovia app. Let's see if you can see anything. Also, as you can see, I have not been good at entering data. So this is a lot going from memory for these past few weeks, but some things I've some things I have put in here. And we had found out that the baby is a girl the day before 14 weeks. At 15 weeks, we announced it publicly. Let's see if it will pop up. And this was all the way back in September. Yikes. Oh, here it is. I don't think I did this showed this in the last one. Let me see if I can get it to show. There we go. Baby girl coming March 2020, and then it's Brett plus me and the 2 girls equals 5. 3 girls now. I thought that was fun. I really enjoyed doing that. I was still having some morning sickness at this point. With May, I had morning sickness until like week 18. With Greta, it went until like week 21. And so I was really lucky this pregnancy that it only went up to about week 16 is when it like died out. I've had like little bits of like feeling nauseous, but like the morning sickness, and I'm not just talking morning, I'm talking if you've been pregnant or if you're pregnant now, you know what I'm talking about. But but after about week 16, I was pretty much over the morning sickness, which is really nice. But until then, I was still having anxiety, and I was impatient and irritated. I felt like in the second trimester this time, so the first trimester, it was like physically rough with morning sickness. Second trimester, it was a lot more emotional. Like my emotional side went downhill, and my physical side went uphill, if that makes sense. I started feeling better, but emotionally I had so much anxiety, so much fear. Yeah, especially around week 17. Yeah, I was just a mess with anxiety. It was pretty rough. I have, oh man, my phone's going all weird again. Oh, here we go. Here's a belly picture at week 17, or it's like 16 and a half. Here is how my stomach looked. This is also my third. So you start to show more around I think every baby. I don't know if it's every baby, but at least after your first, you start to just show more because your uterus has already expanded in the past. And so then right before week 5, this is October 5th, right before week 17, I went to a doctor's appointment. The heart rate was around, I said that it was around 146, I think, and the baby was measuring 17 weeks and 1 days, and I was only 16 weeks and 6 days. So that was exciting. Here are some of the ultrasound pictures that we got there. We were still getting ultrasounds at this point just to make sure that the subchorionic hemorrhage was disappearing. If you don't know about that, go check out my first trimester update. I will put it right here, or here. I'll link it, and or I'll put it in the description, one of the two or both, I don't know. But they also just, as you can see in that ultrasound, they confirmed that it was a girl. And yeah, it was really exciting. This wasn't the anatomy ultrasound yet. So we had every single appointment up until the anatomy ultrasound. We had an ultrasound, which was awesome. Sad because we had the hemorrhage, subchorionic hemorrhage, but really nice to have these ultrasounds. And I also think that at this point the subchorionic hemorrhage was gone, which was really just really nice. Let's see. Nothing really that much in week 17. In week 18, I was still feeling fatigue and moody, frustrated, angry. I really have had a short temper this pregnancy. I don't like it. Not the whole pregnancy, but when my emotions are just going like this, it's affected my temper. And excuse me, and my anxiety, just all those things, and it's really hard. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's gotten, I mean, I've had little bouts of like my anxiety kind of not being that great, but in those, like, I feel like it was like a week or so that it was just like awful. I don't like that. Let's see, weeks 19, 20. Week 20, I did another belly picture. Let's see if it will let me show you. This is like the good part, like when you don't feel like you're super fat, you can still walk. There's a bump date at week 20. And I feel like that's like one of like the perfect stages of pregnancy because you look good. For, at least for me, I had lost weight. Let's see, I think that I had put, let's see, I was still losing weight at week 14, but at week, I know I'm going backwards a tiny bit. Let me see, by the time I got my appointment, I had gained about 2 or 3 pounds back, almost at week 17. And then at week 21, I had another appointment. Sorry, this is kind of all over the place, but I had another appointment on November 4th. And I had gained since the month before, because you're still doing monthly visits at that point. I had gained about 5 pounds since the last one on October 4th to November 4th, which is good, I think. I mean, so at that point, I still wasn't back to my pre-pregnancy weight. I was still below it, which I was happy about. Now I'm past it. Yeah, I'm past it now, but that's okay. In September, so at the start of this, I think it was at the start of this, yeah, we had my daughter Greta's first birthday, and then here in November we had May's 3rd birthday, and then Thanksgiving. Again, I think mostly like physically I wasn't, if you don't know, I have chronic fatigue syndrome and autoimmune disease, and I talk about that. I'm going to be doing another video for that, and I'll post that soon too, but it hadn't really gotten me, like I feel like in the 3rd trimester it kind of attacks me and I have a flare-up like the rest of pregnancy. But at this point it wasn't bad, and I was able to still, you know, move around because my belly wasn't huge, and so it wasn't bad, but my emotions really were, it really was pretty hard on me emotionally. So let's see, weeks 22 and 23, in week 23 we had May's 3rd birthday, and then we also had Thanksgiving the next week. I was able to eat normally, and I was able to, you know, it was pretty just not what's the word, non-monumental. That's not it. I can't think of what it is. I had my next appointment on December 2nd, which is right after I turned 25 weeks, and I had gained 6 pounds, about 6 pounds, around 6 pounds in that time. So I feel like I was pretty consistent, and we had just had Thanksgiving, so and I was feeling the baby kick a lot. I didn't write down when I felt her kick for the first time. Oh no, did I really not write that down? I feel like it was like earlier on, like around like week 14-ish, that I was like, huh, am I feeling something? The funny thing about this baby is that she is like very chill and very relaxed. Greta, and you can see today, she's very like, like how she is today is how she was in my belly, just being busy and just so much energy. And May just kind of like would move around, but not like crazy, but would still move a lot. This baby just really likes to be comfortable and will kick a tiny bit. And so it'll be interesting to see her personality when she comes out, when she's born. Week 26, we were preparing for Christmas at this point. I didn't really have anything. I did a belly picture at 27 weeks, a day after 27 weeks. And you can see, this is at our church. You can see, let's see if it'll focus. Yeah. I don't know if you can remember how the last picture was, but you can kind of tell how much bigger my belly had gotten. I think the last one was at 20 weeks. And then here's my belly. So it was getting a lot bigger. I was very close to the second trimester, and actually, or the third trimester. And actually, here is where and then it became 28 weeks at the end of that week. And so overall, the second trimester was pretty easy this time. Emotionally, I feel like it was really hard. It was really hard emotionally, especially with anxiety and fear and my emotions like that. But physically, it was really not bad. Now that I'm in the third trimester and I feel her in my ribs and my belly's a lot bigger, I can't really complain. But let me see, I thought that I had maybe added something. Oh, I wrote that in week 25, I was nauseous a little bit. And like I said, I feel like it just happened. It wasn't particularly morning sickness. Maybe it was morning sickness, but it wasn't like a constant thing. Anyways, I don't think that I added anything else. We have decided on a name. We're really, really excited. I wrote down on October 16th. So this would have been, let me see, right at like 18 and a half weeks. I was writing, I have terrible anxiety this pregnancy. Although my anxiety still gets me, I have to trust in the Lord with all my might and lean not into my own understanding. In all my ways acknowledge him, and he will direct my paths. So as you can see, I really struggled with anxiety at that point. And to be honest, it's not completely gone, and that's okay. I really have to trust in the Lord at this point. And I mean, always, I always need to, but I'm really grateful for my faith and for the strength that I get from prayer and from Jesus Christ and promises that have been given and things like that. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you're struggling with anxiety or fear or depression during your second trimester or during any point in your pregnancy, I know how it feels for me, and so I don't know how it feels for you, but I hope that you are able to get through it and you'll be in my prayers. I hope that you enjoyed the second trimester update. I'm going to be doing the first part of the third trimester update very soon because I want to post the 32-week update at the end of next week, because that's when I'll be 32 weeks. I'll just show you my belly right now just for fun. I'm 31 weeks. Actually, I'll be 32 weeks really soon. But there's my belly. We're just kind of on the countdown now. So I'm excited to give you guys that next update and then be more on track with these things. Thank you guys for watching. If you're new here, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time that we post, which I hope is more often and more. Anyways, I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.